Record. Well, good evening, ladies. Welcome to our Wednesday free necklace call. I'm super excited that you are here. Those of you that are here in real life and those of you that I know are going to watch the replay later. We love doing this event every Wednesday because Park Lane has just been a huge blessing for me and countless other women in our team. And we love sharing it with others in case it could be a blessing to you. I mean, we have women. Well, let me tell you a little bit about me first. I started in direct sales when I was in my early 20s. I was a stay-at-home mom. I had a pretty brand new baby. He was 10 months old. And then I had another baby and I stayed home with them for 15 years. Along the way, my first husband passed away, but I'm happily remarried now. So don't feel all sad. But during that time, I was able to be a single mom and still just do jewelry and take care of my kids. And then in 2020, my former company closed very suddenly at the end of December. And by this time, I was working a day job also just because my kids were older. And so during the day while they were in school, I was like, nobody even cares that I'm here. So I went to work for an electrical company and I did accounting and payroll, which is not very fun, but it had some nice benefits. But after 3 years with them was right around the time that my former company closed. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be stuck here forever. I'm never going to be able to get out because my former company, I thought, whenever I felt like quitting my day job, I was going to have my other company. But then after they closed, I found Park Lane. And it has just been the most wonderful thing. I mean, I loved everything about my former company, but then when I learned all the programs that Park Lane has for their customers and their hostesses and their stylists, and then I tried it out and then I saw it in action, it's just been amazing. So in March, at the end of March of 2021, I quit my day job and I've just been full-time Park Lane ever since. Now, I know most of you probably didn't come thinking, well, I just want to quit my job and just sell jewelry, because that's definitely not what I was thinking when I first signed up. When I first signed up, I thought, oh, the kit's a good deal. I'm just going to get a bunch of jewelry and I'll do a show here and there and, I'll just play around with it. So that's where I was. And it just turned out to be the perfect fit for me. But we have women on our team like Gail. I know a lot of you know Gail. She's a lawyer. We have my mother, who's an executive at a bank. We have Penny, who is an empty nester, and she takes care of her elderly parents, and she travels across the country all the time. Gosh, we have Patty Harold. She's a grandma who loves being able to spend time with her family and make extra income. We have a lot of, we even have college students. We have girls that are like so young that when I see their birth date, I'm like, are you legal? Is that possible? Because I feel like I'm young still, but once I'm now in my mid 40s, and when I see those birth dates for those like 19-year-olds, I'm like, is that possible? Is that a grown-up? But yeah, so we have women from all ages and stages of life on our team. Some, want to pay off debt. Some just like to have that extra fun money, so you can like go out to eat without feeling guilty. That's what it was for me when I first started all those years ago. And then it paid off a lot of debt. And then it, just paid the bills and has taken care of our family and made it possible for me to have a really flexible schedule so that I can travel with my family. I can do virtual shows. I did a virtual show for someone back here in Kansas while I was on the island of St. Croix this past summer. So just I don't know, the possibilities are endless. So tonight I just want to share with you what we like to call the 3 Ps. One, because it helps me to stay on track. But I'm going to share a little bit about the people of Park Lane, the product, which, I mean, hello, it's jewelry. We love it. And then the 3rd P are the programs. And really, that's my favorite part. And I'll get to it pretty quickly because the people of Park Lane are amazing. It was started by Arthur and Shirley Levine back in 1955. So this is not some fly-by-night company that just started up and you're like, are they still going to be here in a year? No, they've been here for 66 years. They now have franchises in multiple countries around the world, and they are debt-free, cash rich. And in the last 2 years, so, like the pandemic hit, And so many retail stores closed, including my former company. And I mean, a lot of home show companies have closed in the last few years because they just couldn't sustain with a lot of people not doing home shows anymore. Park Lane has experienced 400% growth since that happened because at the home office, they did such an excellent job pivoting to the virtual style and teaching and equipping their stylists how to do that. I didn't know how to work Zoom a year ago. And now I have a Zoom account, and it's just amazing the things I have learned. I used to struggle with Facebook Lives, and now they're easy. But what I am also loving is as the world has started to open back up in certain areas, I get to go back and do home shows again too. So now I have like 2 different tools in my tool belt. But the company has just been incredible, and they only keep 2% of the profit, and they use the rest and they pour it back into the programs for us stylists and for you customers. And I just love that they've kept to those founding principles. And Arthur and Shirley Levine, who started this when they were newlywed teenagers, can you believe that? I mean, imagine 1955, a couple of teenagers decide to start a jewelry business so that she can stay home with her kids, and it turns into this worldwide vision. And now 3 of their children own it. They purchased it from them back in the early 2000s, and they are just so welcoming. Gail and I both have received countless messages from people at the home office, just encouraging us. Other girls on our team have too, and they're just amazing. So let me go to my second P, which is the product. The great thing about jewelry, and some of you may have noticed this, it's kind of like a semi-consumable item, because even though we're not eating it or using it up on our faces, fashion is always changing, and women always want to be up to date. We want to have the newest, hottest trends. Like, hello, I mean, every single one of my necklaces fell in here. Every single piece of jewelry I have on, I guess except for this one, is like brand new, just came out. And I am so excited that I get to wear the new line of jewelry. And in 6 months from now, when new stuff comes out, I'm going to be super excited to get that again too. And my customers are going to be super excited because women are always going to want to update their look. So as far as the type of jewelry we have, it's high-end, high fashion jewelry, and it's a full service jewelry line. So we truly have stuff for the teeny boppers and the grandmas. We have like boho, we have career wear, we have designer inspirations. They really have, I mean, and if you look at the website, you will know there's stuff that you'd see and be like, oh my gosh, who would wear that? And then there's a whole bunch of stuff that you love. And then the stuff that I think, who would wear that? Tomorrow, somebody orders that. There really is something there for everyone. And we have the best unconditional guarantee I have ever heard of. So when your jewelry, I was going to say when your jewelry breaks, but that sounds like it's going to break. It doesn't happen very often. Every once in a while, someone's jewelry breaks. And even if it is due to their own user malfunction, like their toddler rips it off their throat, Park Lane replaces their jewelry. In the first 4 months, it's free. And after that, it's just $10. So they really, really stand behind their jewelry. And plus, it's very high quality. It's all electroplated with rhodium or 14 karat gold. So overall, if I compare it to my other jewelry company, I probably have half or a quarter as many returns as I did before, just because it's good jewelry. So I love that. I love that we don't have to keep inventory. So I know you can probably see I have some jewelry back here. You start with a kit, but then after that, you can decide to purchase more jewelry if you want to, which then your jewelry purchases do become a tax deduction because they're samples for your business, which that's kind of fun. But you get to earn free jewelry, and you don't have to think, I want to get 5 of these Lottie necklaces so that I have them on hand. No, if somebody sees your Lottie necklace and they like it, they order it and it ships straight to them. So you don't make deliveries. You don't have to stock inventory. It's super nice, which brings me to the third P, which are the programs. And this is my favorite part because Park Lane is so smart. My friend Shelby, she calls this the trifecta. We have the best programs for our customers, our hostesses, and our stylists. So everybody's happy. And as a stylist, like if you join Park Lane, you actually get to take advantage of all 3 sections of programs, and I'll kind of explain how that works in a second. So first of all, our customers, all of our customers get to shop a 365-day a year sale where they can purchase any 2 items at full price, and then they can get up to 4 items at half price. Who does that? Their 2 cheapest items are the full price. Their more expensive items are the half price. That would be like going into your favorite department store. We always say picking out like 2 pairs of socks and then getting to go get 4 designer handbags for half price, or shoes, or fancy jeans, whatever your vice is. Maybe you want 4 moto jackets. I have a thing for moto jackets. But it's just really a great sale. And then on top of that, ever since I have been in, which it's been just over a year now, every week they run extra specials that will run for a week or 2 or 3. So like currently this week, when our customers spend $90 on their full and their half price items, they can go back and pick out any 2 other items for only $30 a piece. And those items can be $200 in value each. That is crazy. So like this, I don't know if you can see it. Zoom is weird with the lighting. This water lily bracelet that I have on right here, it's super pretty. It's, I don't know, like 150 or something. It would be a great item to get for $30. Nobody ever pays those big prices. So I'll be truly honest that when my friend Kathy told me to talk to my friend Jennifer about Park Lane, I looked at the website and I saw that there was jewelry that was like $100, $140. There's a lot of cheaper stuff too. But I saw, just when I saw a couple of those price tags, I was like, whoa, my friends won't pay this kind of money for jewelry. But then she explained the sale to me. And I'm thinking, oh, well, half of 100 is 50. I mean, I would pay 50 for like anything. And then when she explained that the stuff over 100 people usually get for $30, I was like, okay, I can get behind this. And I have had more repeat business in this year than I ever have before, because women love the sales. They love that they change up every now and then. Like sometimes they can even get a free item, or sometimes that bonus item gets unlocked at like when they spend 60. It's so fun. And for our customers, Park Lane also has these things called style drops, which I don't know if you know how to raise your virtual hand if you've ever gotten a style drop from your stylist. So just as an example, and they're not always impression bracelets like this, but this bar here, these are all specialty colors of impression bracelets that we've had over the past that I've won from different contests Park Lane has had. And then they drop them on the website a couple weeks after we earn them. And it'll be like this one. I don't want to make y'all jealous because you can't get this one anymore, but this was our baby unicorn signature bracelet. And it was one of the most coveted bracelets, and people, it was like $300 in retail, but when anyone spent 40, they could get it for like 60 or 50 or something. Or we have other ones that get unlocked and they're only $30. So those style drops keep your customers engaged, and they love them because they're usually limited edition and they sell out really fast. So it keeps them coming back and shopping with you because they want to get these great discounts and they want to get those limited edition items. So that's super fun. We also have a subscription service called a Sparkle Box. Your friends can subscribe to it. It's 1 item a month for $24 or 2 items for $39. Each item is valued around $80. So, I mean, if you figure 2 items, $80, that's $160 value for $39. And it's mystery jewelry, but it's super on trend and it keeps them excited. My Sparkle Box subscribers look forward to getting that every single month. And then I usually do a video in my VIP group showing coordinating pieces that go with it. And even if you're not comfortable doing video, Park Lane sends an email to your Sparkle Box subscribers that has a link to your website with coordinating pieces. So it's just a way to stay in front of your customers and to help have that continuing relationship and continuing sales. They also have just other brand new pieces that drop, like maybe once a month on our website, we'll get a brand new item. But let me move on because I got to get done and I still have to tell you about the hostesses and the stylists. So our hostess plan, I truly believe, is the most generous hostess plan I've ever seen. Our CEO, Scott Levine, he even says that if we ever see a better one, that we should tell him about it because he will change ours. So I don't know how many of you ladies have been hostesses, but if you haven't yet, first of all, you should just join us and be a stylist. But if you decide not to, you should host a show because, oh my goodness, do you get spoiled? So when we have a hostess, Park Lane gives her a thank you item, which is any item up to $200 for only 30 bucks. So that's like her first little thank you gift. She also gets 4 half price items. But the thing that I think our hostesses love the most is the free credit, because gosh, I just thought of something I forgot to tell you a little bit ago. It just popped in my head. Hopefully I'll remember. I'll get back to that in a second. The free credit is $20 in free jewelry for each individual order that's placed on her party. So even if she has a friend who comes that's like, all I can get is a pair of earrings, that's okay. The hostess is still going to get that same $20 credit for that order, big or small. And the magic happens when she hits 10 orders. And that's how we coach our hostesses. We coach them, it's not about the size of the order. Don't try to judge your friends on how much money they have. Just get them to come and have fun. Because when you hit 10 orders, it doubles to $40 per order. And then they get $400 in free jewelry. And there's no cap on that. So if they get an 11th order, it's 440. A 12th, it's 480. I had one hostess get to 20 orders. I was like, bless you. Oh, it was so good. She got $800 in free jewelry. And then that's really, I feel like an infomercial, but that's not all, because after she also gets the half price items, which you make commission off of the half price items. And you also make your commission off of the customer half price items. That's what I forgot to tell you before. Those full price items and those half price items become a total, and you make your commission off of that total. So it's not like those half price items are like freebies or something. You make your commission off of those for your customers and your hostess. But the other tool that Park Lane gives us is we have these two $50 certificates, or some people call them fast 50s, some people call them bonuses. There's just every time you close a show, you have 2 extra $50 awards that you can choose to give your hostess. Some women will just say, hey, if you book a show with me in March, you get an extra $100. You can totally do that. We pay $10 a piece for them if we choose to use them. I like to offer $50 for them to do a show on a specific date. And then I like to give them another $50 when they have 15 people on the live presentation. Or if it's in person, I'll give them $50 for having 10 people in person. But it's yours to use however you want. So if you need bookings, you can tell your hostess, hey, I'll give you an extra $50 if 3 of your friends will schedule future shows with me. So you have those tools in your tool belt to use however you want. Okay, so I really think that customer sale and that hostess plan work hand in hand, because a lot of women will book because they love the free jewelry. But I find that a lot more women book because they think our sales are amazing and they know their friends are going to love shopping the sale too. So that brings me to our programs for us stylists. There are so many. I'm not even going to tell you all of them, but I'm going to tell you my favorites. We have an amazing fundraiser program where Park Lane, as long as it's for a true 501c3, like nonprofit organization, you can submit an application. It takes less than 24 hours usually to get it approved. And then you can open a shopping link for that organization. They can go out and collect orders. You could do an in-person show for them. You can do an online show. You could do no show and just tell them, here's your link, go sell stuff. And when you close that event, Park Lane is going to donate 50% of all the sales straight to that good cause. And then out of the other 50%, they're still going to pay you your commission. That still blows my mind. I've done at least 6 fundraisers, all the way from dog rescue to high school prom to swim teams. I'm doing one now for Barton Community College, their swim team, so they can go to nationals. It's an incredible way to be able to give back to your community, and you're still able to earn income while you're doing that. Another program we have is we have not 1, but 2 luxury travel trips every year that you can earn. So my husband and I have already earned a trip for 2 to Key West, which we leave for next week. We've already earned a trip for 2 to Aruba, which is in the fall. And they just announced our trip contest that we are working on right now. And we have all the way till the end of May to earn this. So if you join now, you would have a good chance at earning a trip to Kona, Hawaii. Who wants to go to Hawaii? I want to go to Hawaii. I'm so excited. Like seriously, I will do anything for a free trip, and they pay for airfare and everything. So when you travel with Park Lane, it's like you put your wallet in the safe and you get it out when you go back home. I even hear that we get jewelry on our pillows at night, but I will confirm when I get back after next week's trip. On top of that, let's talk free jewelry. We have a program called Rich Rewards Club, where every single month you can earn over $1,000 in free jewelry just for doing your job. So I will go through the levels really quick. Some of you will soak all this in because you're sponges, and some of you will be like, whoa, too many numbers. But level one is when you sell $1,000 in the first 2 commission weeks of the month, Park Lane will give you $250 in free jewelry. Now, if you don't hit that, that's okay. You can still get all the other levels later in the month, because if you go on to sell 2,500 in the whole month, they're going to give you the designer ensemble that's going to launch the following month, and you will have it in your hands before it drops on the website so you can share it with your customers. It's usually valued around $100 to $150. If you hit level 3, that's selling 4,000 in a month. That gets you another $300 for free. If 2 of your friends decide to join you this month, you get 300. If 2 more, another 300. And then next month, boom, you can earn them all again. Maybe you only recruit this month. You can earn levels 4 and 5. Maybe you don't sell anything till the last week, but you sell 4,000 in that week. You'd earn levels 2 and 3. So it's not like you have to do them in chronological order. That's one of the things I love about Park Lane is they're so incentive based, and it's not like they're trying to trick you or make it hard. They're like, we'll offer you all these things, and if you decide to go for them, we want to give them to you. Because I was working on trying to get Rich Rewards Club and earn that free jewelry last January. And then they announced the trip. So I was thinking, okay, I want to win that trip. And then boom, I bumped into the Mercedes car program, because we also have a program where you can win a white Mercedes car at least. And I chose to take the cash out option because I drive a minivan that pulls my fishing boat. And I just think I would look ridiculous pulling a fishing boat with a Mercedes and driving through fields. And so I opted out, and I take the $500 a month cash bonus instead. And you can always cash out on our trips too. So I love that Park Lane lets us double and triple and quadruple dip in all of those programs at the same time. When you're selling jewelry, it goes into your Rich Rewards Club bucket, your trip bucket, your Mercedes car bucket. And if you don't want to go on the trip, they'll give you a cash out option. If you don't want the car, they give you a cash out option. They're just so flexible, and they want you to succeed. So let's talk about how you make money. So when you're in Park Lane, you have the opportunity to earn a weekly paycheck based off of your sales and your team sales if you choose to build a team. We all make anywhere from 30 to 50% commission. So 30% is the least you would ever make. If you come in as an entry-level fashion director, you start at 30%, and it only takes recruiting 1 friend to promote to the first level of leadership and getting your first 5% pay raise. So it's really easy to work your way up through the compensation plan. But if you have previous leadership experience with another direct sales company, there's a good chance you could qualify for a direct appoint, which means you would interview with one of our home office people, and you could possibly come over at a comparable leadership level, which is what I did. Because in my former company, I was a leader. So Park Lane brought me over as a leader. And the nice thing in Park Lane is as you promote through the compensation plan, whatever title you get to or whatever commission level you earn, you never go backwards. I don't know how many ladies of you have ever sold anything before. I'm so sorry if you guys can hear my dogs. They probably heard a squirrel across the street and they just all go bananas. But if you've ever done direct sales before, I did, promotion, great. People got out, went down. Promotion, yay, people got out, went down. It was very disheartening. And we don't have to deal with that in Park Lane at all. Once you achieve it, you keep it. And I love that. And when you have a team, you actually get paid infinitely deep. You don't have breakaways. You don't lose them. If they go past you, you will always earn some amount of income off of them, which is amazing. So let's talk about our kits, because y'all are probably thinking, okay, that sounds great, but what does it cost to get started? It is better than you could probably imagine. So you can get in for as little as $99. That is our basic kit. It comes with $500 worth of jewelry that you get to choose. And all three of these kits, no matter which one you choose, has your website for the entire year included. You have no quotas. They cover all of our credit card processing fees. I don't know about you all, but before I used Square or ProPay, and I paid thousands of dollars a year in credit card processing fees because almost everybody pays with credit cards. But now it all goes through the Park Lane website and they absolve all of that. You make your true 30 to 50% commission. So sorry, I get excited and I talk about all kinds of different things. Small kit, $99, $500 worth of jewelry that you get to pick out. If you get the basic kit, it's only $229. And with that, you get $1,000 worth of jewelry and you get a couple extra things. You get some cool little travel jewelry rolls, a little tote bag, and you get a tablecloth with the Park Lane logo on it. So that's nice. It's also nice to have more jewelry to show. But I truly think the best deal is our Boss kit, which is $439. And with that, you get to pick out $2,000 worth of jewelry. Now, let me put this into perspective. My former company, when I got started, it was over $1,200. They picked my jewelry. They just sent me this hodgepodge of jewelry. And this was back before I really liked jewelry. And I thought most of it was ugly. So now we're here in Park Lane land. Our biggest kit is only $439. And everyone gets to pick their $2,000 worth of jewelry. And ladies, most of my stylists make that money back in their very first 1 or 2 shows. Oftentimes they make it back in their launch party because we're always shooting for 10 orders. And if you figure most women want to take advantage of that special, then 10 orders times the 100, it quickly gets you to $1,000 party. So it's just really been incredible. I have never seen $1,000 and $2,000 and $3,000 parties like I have seen in Park Lane. And I can't make income claims and I can't promise that they're all going to be that way because I still have shows that are really low. I mean, they're not all big shows, but I have experienced more quite large shows in the past year than I experienced in my entire 18 years before. And it's because Park Lane is so smart with their programs, with their sales, with their marketing. I mean, they create graphics for us. We don't have to become graphic designers. Before I had to make all my own graphics, and we've got this sharing group where you have access to all these graphics, and our team is amazing. And the training is incredible. Before COVID, to get good training, you had to live next to or near a big leader who had local training. And now that we have all learned to Zoom, we get together on Zoom like once a week for, little meetings. And then we have big monthly meetings with our whole team Sparkle. And so whether you live in Wichita, Kansas with me, or in Pennsylvania with Gail, or in South Carolina with Rhonda, you have access to the same great training. I have a girl down in Louisiana, and nobody else around her sells Park Lane, but she gets to come to our trainings and she gets the same great training as everybody else. So it's really been amazing. So if this has interested you at all, you should definitely talk to your stylist and just try it out. I mean, seriously, for $99, $229, or $439, whichever you choose, that's not a very big commitment. And you don't have to marry us. Date us for a few months, see what you think of it. And then if you decide it's not for you, you just stop doing shows and you have all of that jewelry to do with whatever you want. So there is going to be a little Google Doc survey for you to fill out. So you guys can all get in the drawing for the free necklace. So I'm going to post that in the chat really quick. And I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. So if you're watching this replay, make sure the person who sent you this video sends you that Google Doc so you get in the drawing, and just fill it out by midnight tomorrow, which is Thursday.